to self take the stairs. What do you mean there are no stairs? What kind of self are you? Oh, hi. Happy holidays, everyone. Some jerk with a camera here, and what you're about to see is part 1 of my epic 3-part holiday review of It's a Small World. Get back here! It's a review of the ride, not the song. At no point in the review do I ever once play the song in its original form. Part 1 was originally released on December 23rd, 2011, and it contains cameos from such notables as Mike J. of Shameful Sequels, Sin Wicked, the film Renegado, Doggins, Mikey Insanity, and Count Jacula, whose excellent show, The Count Jacula Show, was added to Channel Awesome back in October. Happy holidays, and enjoy my nightmare.
How long's he been in there?
Almost 2 months now. Keeps his phone off, doesn't eat, doesn't sleep, hasn't reviewed a thing.
Poor guy. Someone should go talk to him.
I'll do it.
Awesome, thanks.
No, I insist. I mean, after all, we are friends. God damn it.
So, must be Disney magic, right? Well, good talk. I'll just...
Do you know why I reviewed Disneyland?
Hmm?
Do you know why I reviewed Disneyland, Spaz?
Because you're too insecure to try to break into real comedy?
Yeah, and cows go moo. But why Disneyland? I mean, there's so many people out there, smart people, who don't even consider theme parks a legitimate art form. And now I have to review the very thing that made 95% of those people think that. And you know whose fault it is?
Robert Million?
The film Renegado.
It could have been so easy to lie, write the whole thing off as yet another dumb joke and never bring it up again. But the film Renegado just had to swoop into that comment thread and ask,
Lovely as always, XD. So, ... Does this mean Small World is next? Double question mark.
I mean, what was I supposed to say? No?
I knew it! The Mexicans are trying to give It's a Small World more attention so that they can bring about world peace. That's making America shut down all their nuclear factories so that Mexicans
Really?
can take those
Hey, don't put this on me. You think if I could kill him, he'd still be alive?
Conspiracy guy, why do I review Disneyland?
Because Todd in the Shadows killed JFK in the Haunted Mansion with a lead pipe.
Fascinating. Say, would you like to chew on this plastic dog toy for a while?
Would I ever? This plastic bone came from a very tasty plastic animal.
Good boy. It's because I love Disneyland. I mean, I didn't want to be a hater. I wanted to show the reviewerverse that you can be entertaining without resorting to constant negative, whiny cynicism. And I have always loved Disneyland.
What? No, you haven't. I have proof.
Con guy, the humans are talking.
Hello? Shadowy government organization seems to have brainwashed them into locking me out of the car.
And they've sent dogs to scream and possibly eat my brains at me.
Okay, I know those government agencies are strong, but here's some instructions on how to defeat them.
This is about Project Million, isn't it?
No, I'm actually glad I wasn't invited to spend a month in Disney World with you guys. I probably would have just distracted you from your wonderful vacations and made you shoot a real movie.
Ooh, burn! Take that, best intentions!
I'm sorry. You're right, that was harsh.
No, jerk, that's what I'm talking about. Being a cynical hater can be awesome. You're always right and you risk nothing. You have jerk in your name, for fuck's sake. Are you a real jerk or not?
I don't even know anymore.
Something happened to you, goddammit. What was it?
Nothing.
Please tell me.
No.
It might make you feel better.
It won't.
Couldn't have been that bad.
I was right by It's a Small World.
Just get it out in the open and off your chest. Spit it out quickly like you would a Band-Aid. Right hit.
You will need a number 2 pencil, a live ostrich, and a 50-gallon drum of strychnine. First, feed the strychnine to the ostrich.
What?
I was right by It's a Small World!
Stare harder! Stare!
I relive it every night.
You know, to be fair, you really shouldn't dress so provocatively.
Shut up!
Just saying.
You know, I may not have wanted to be a hater, but I can't ever love that thing. And if I'm going to have any hope of ever loving anything at that park again, I need to go back to that ride, confront it, and defeat it. And I have to do it alone. I'm sorry, Spaz. I can't take you... God damn it!
To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say.
Who is that jerk? I don't care.
No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
So, compadre, we meet again. It's a quite extremely Some Jerk with a Camera Christmas Holodizzle Spectaculasm with your host, Some Jerk with a Camera, and special guest, Spaz Master, Ilmage of What We Had to Watch, The Wire of the Idiot's Lantern, Conspiracy Guy, Diamanda Hagen, Mike J, The Film Renegado, Sin Wicked, Doggin, Mikey Insanity, Count Jacula, Tevin Campbell, Michael McDonald, Uncle Paul Kamenetsky, The Random Bystander Brothers, Hank Williams Jr., Kenny Chesney, Celine Dion, Ricky Lake, Edward James Olmo, President Gerald Ford, even more random bystanders. This guy totally had sex with Kesha. Big Skip McJimmy, the wacky abortionist. Dickory Douche McDurp Hitler, former president of Chad Hissene Habre, even Weird Al Yank or something. The Some Jerk with a Camera's real meaning of Holodizzle is gonna be the happening party of every season. And now your host, Some Jerk with a Camera. So, compadre, we met again. Until next time, I'm Some Jerk with a Camera. Time well wasted.
And you will know my name is the Lord.
How'd you get back in here?
I tunneled my way in. Now listen carefully. If you don't finish your first season with an epic review of It's a Small World Holiday, so help me God, I will erase you from existence.
What? This guy isn't even real.
Well, neither am I.
This time I'm keeping it.
Fine. I won't erase you from existence, but I will unerase that song you wrote.
What song?
See? I know things.
All right, fine. I'll play your little reindeer games. This is my review of the atrocity that is It's a Small World Holiday.
All alone at the 64 World's Fair.
But here's the thing. I love you people. I honestly and sincerely love you people, because if you can see my face right now, then you have devoted time you will never get back towards watching me blather about Disneyland on the internet. How dare I not love you for that? And because I love you so unconditionally, I promise, I vow, that in this episode, be it in part 1 or the inevitable part 2, I will not subject you to even a bar, not even the slightest nanosecond, of the horrible, wretched song It's a Small World was named after. Instead, every time I cut to ride footage where they're playing the song, I will replace the audio with Moxie Fruvis's live cover of the Talking Heads classic, Psycho Killer. Hey, I'm no hero. I'm just a guy who likes to say he's no hero. Besides, there's no need for me to play the song. You all know it. You've all known it since infancy. Damn thing's so catchy it makes the DuckTales theme sound like Philip Glass. I mean, every single one of you out there could sing the song right now in a huge sing-along. Oh my God, some of you are actually doing it. No man should have this much power. Where'd I put the gun? Oh, here it is. Dag nabbit, I missed. Where were we?
80 dolls yelling small girl after all.
It seems like 9 times out of 10, whenever I hear someone diss Disneyland, this is what they're talking about. These goddamn singing, dancing Cupid dolls with their insipid goddamn song and simplistic goddamn philosophy dramatically lower the value of this place among people who live long enough to know better. Not just the resort, the whole company. This is one of only a small handful of rides that can be found at every Disney resort in the world. There's no escape from it. It's single-handedly fulfilling its own prophecy by shrinking the world before our very eyes. Even Disney hates this ride so much they dissed it in one of their biggest movies ever.
No, anything but that.
Ah, snap! Disney disses Disney! Take that, yourselves up top! My mama's so fat, the Splash Mountain log gotta ride her. Oh yeah, well my mama's so stupid, she thinks California Screamin' is a Mackenzie Phillips biography. Oh yeah, well my mama's so obsequious, yada yada yada. I want to see that more often. I want more Disney classics to grind to a screeching halt just so they can diss the company's inferior products.
Bill, I have to tell you, I kind of like the Hall of Presidents.
Don't talk like that. Now, Woody, he's been my pal for as long as I can remember. He'll never give up on you. Ever.
Oh, Donald Duck brand orange juice, it tastes like rancid goat piss. If you get a drink it can, you'll surely make your throat piss. Talk to folks around the world and everybody knows it. Donald Duck brand orange juice, it tastes like rancid goat piss.
Anyway, as if It's a Small World wasn't annoying enough, this time each year they give it a holiday makeover. Fun.
Do not let the Santa hat fool you, folks. This ride gives nothing. It only takes away. And did they seriously give the clock tits? Oh my god, they gave the clock tits! Why would you do such a thing?
Those clock tits are the only things that still turn me on.
Now, this is the first time I've ever reviewed something I hate this much, so to give me a few pointers on negativity, please welcome Bastion of Nitpickiness, my Uncle Paul.
This trash can is wobbly.
Paul, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. This ride has been tormenting our family ever since 1964, when I rode it with your mother at the New York World's Fair.
Now, Paul, so far this trip, you've complained about the construction, the cast members, the price of food, the weather, the lyrics of Weird Al Skipper Dan, my cowboy hat, and of course, my script. But my question to you now is, how can I best unleash my inner hater?
Didn't you once write a parody song
Well, thanks very much for dropping by, Paul. Sorry you couldn't stay for the whole episode. Bye. Bye. Enjoy your flight back to Oakland. I think I'm ready. Let's just get this over with. So, compadre, we meet again.
Hey, look, bitch boy's back for more!
Shut up and let me ride you!
That's what your mom said back at the World's Fair, loser. Your mom's so old, she rode me before I even got here!
When I say it, it's cute! Someday society will learn that pride rape shouldn't need a witness.
The sign outside promises the happiest cruise that ever sailed.
Well, if it's a cruise around the world, that means international waters. Things get too psychotic and I can always commit legal murder. I don't like this ride.
This ride has had many interestingly evil sponsors over the years, but nowadays it's brought to you by the good people at Sylvania, a company that sells the gift of light to child molesters, neo-Nazis, Al-Qaeda terrorists, more child molesters, and probably vampires!
I, of course, have no proof of this, but whenever I vilify whoever supports this claptrap, it just makes me feel about 2 or 3 feet taller. Have I mentioned I don't like this ride? Legal murder! I might even murder myself!
This is gonna be fun! Game over, man. Game over. So many regrets. I never saw Disneyland Paris, or Tokyo Disneyland, or Hong Kong Disneyland. One time I heard about a place that's not a Disney park. That would have been something to look into. Well, perhaps these topiary animals that are here for some reason can offer this poor traveler some sage advice.
Hey, didn't your species give the World's Fair a paling? Go to hell.
You made fun of the country me's. You go to bear hell.
You don't know nothing about the real bears, understand? Nothing.
I can't believe you're actually doing this, brah. Expecto dumbass up top. Oh yeah, I can't move.
So long and thanks for all the fishing. So sad that it should come to this.
So as the boat slowly approaches the tunnel of doom like a prisoner being led down death row, that song starts emanating like a foreboding scream, warning you to turn back while you can. The original concept of this ride was to show the various children of the world all singing their respective national anthems, but somehow that didn't work. So they fixed the problem just like how you fix a house on fire by pouring gasoline on it. They hired the Oscar-winning Sherman Brothers of Mary Poppins fame to compose the song with a really inventive chorus.
Okay, we know the first line of the chorus has to be "It's a small world after all." We just need 2 more 7-syllable lines that rhyme with all. What rhymes with all? Ball, call, doll, fall, gall, haul, mall, paul, tall, wall, y'all, brawl, crawl, drawl, scrawl, shawl, small, sprawl, squall, stall, appall, banal, befall, cabal, enthrall, install, Nepal, recall, transvaal, alcohol, basketball, demerol, luminol, port of call, reinstall, rohypnol, Senegal, Tylenol, urban sprawl, wailing wall, Tammany Hall, and Lenny Riefenstahl. Just those, huh? Start from A again. All... Wait! What did you just say? All? Shut up. All, after all. It's a small world after all rhymes with It's a small world after all. We're geniuses! Yeah, and for the third line, how about It's a small world after all? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life! How dare you call yourself a person? I'm sorry, I'll go hang myself. You know what? Ever since you suggested it, I just can't get it out of my head. I say we go with it. Awesome! It's brilliant, I tell you, brilliant! I'm not brilliant, you're the brilliant one. No, you are!
Does he really think there's another person there?
No, you
That's why I don't work for Disney. It does things to people.
No, you are!
How do you like it?
Well, it sounds pretty good. In fact, that's just the right spirit.
I mean, what happened to the Sherman Brothers? These are the Mary Poppins guys! How could the same visionary genius poets behind Feed the Birds and the Donald Duck Orange Juice theme song willingly subject the children of the universe to this shit?
Richard M. Sherman, admitted co-writer of It's a Small World. Would you care to explain yourself?
I never explain anything.
I wasn't asking you, I was asking Dick. Probably in more ways than one.
People think it's a little novelty. It's a prayer for peace.
People think it's a little novelty. It's a prayer for peace.
A prayer for peace? A prayer for... Okay, meet me on Mickey's Fun Wheel in 10 minutes. If I'm going to respond properly to that, I need to be somewhere where they won't kick me out of the park for screaming. A prayer for peace. A prayer for peace? You and I both know for a fact that all the greatest and bloodiest wars in human history have been directly caused by that song, and you call it a prayer for peace?
Alright, granted the damn thing was originally built for the charity UNICEF, which provides aid to needy children around the world, but... Alright, fine, I guess you have kind of a point.
We're roaring down the freeway going back to the studio from where we were, and Walt was driving.
We said, Walt, we'd like to donate all the royalties from this song to the kids.
He actually pulled over to the side of the road, slammed the brakes on, and said, "You're not going to give those royalties away."
He said, "Don't be silly. You're getting a lot of money for this." You're telling me Walt cared more about his already rich songwriter friends getting paid for this shit when the royalties could have gone to children in need? Fuck! Now I really hate this goddamn ride! Okay, calm down. Let's talk to an Imagineer. He's sure to have a sensible opinion, right?
My understanding is throughout the world that, other than the people kind of kid about the fact the music drives them nuts.
You think we're kidding? Does this fake
face look like I'm kidding? People are committing themselves to the crazy house thanks to you people, and you think we're kidding?
Could a more authoritative voice than mine please back me up here?
Trip through It's a Small World pretending I was a UN interpreter.
Oh my god, Frasier is down, people! Repeat, Frasier is down! Just talking about this ride causes pain!
We wrote it as a ballad. Actually, we wrote it sort of slowly and carefully because it was like a prayer for peace.
Stop saying that! You know what? No more calls. We have a winner. That is the most pretentious thing I've ever heard. If Lady Gaga, Morrissey, and Bono all wrote an Oscar acceptance speech for Sean Penn, it still wouldn't be a tenth as pretentious as It's a Small World is a prayer for peace. I'm Richard M. Sherman and I have more money than you. That sort of thing is precisely why the terrorists hate us. Fuck yeah! Ow.
Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring.
That felt good. Wow, Spaz is right. Being a hater is awesome. I just need to channel this hater fuel to the montage.
We must be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. We must be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Let's do this.